Well, I just thought of something I want to say before we even answer that
geez.
question. And it's just this. It's just this, because this is important. We need to understand this whole what we call the New Age thing is a reaction to 3 centuries of what's called naturalism, the natural worldview. Starting in the 15th, 16th, and 17th century with the scientific revolution, the West adopted a way of looking at the world where the only thing that's real is the material world. And it all went naturalistic. Even Christianity functionally went naturalistic. Stopped believing in the supernatural. Talk of angels almost completely disappeared. It became a mere belief system lived out in a natural world. Well, that created this incredible vacuum in the souls of people, which began to just explode in the late 19th century, where they began to really reach out for other things. Unfortunately, the church in the West had gotten so dead and dry and devoid of the supernatural that it lost a lot of its credibility, so people started reaching out east. And this is what you find with the transcendentalist, the I Am movement, Unity School of Religion. And Carl Jung was one of the pioneers who just resisted this naturalistic worldview, even though he had a lot of academic credentials. And he reached out and he grabbed a bunch of stuff from a lot of different sources and asked the question, what is true about this and how can it help my practice? And so what you're finding in this time we're in now are people just pulling from a lot of sources, including Carl Jung and whatever, and putting it together in a mishmash, which the only thing they have in common is that they're not naturalistic. Some of that we should be thankful for. For example, people today are a lot more open to the awareness that there's a spiritual realm out there than they were even 30 years ago. That is to our advantage because that is a more biblical worldview. You're even finding more academics, especially in anthropology and ethnography, who are granting that the worldview of some of the primitive cultures they're exploring is more true, or at least has some aspects of truth that the West is missing. And so here again is why we shouldn't just say it's all bad, because the Western worldview that we're looking at it out of is not all true. Our cue to what is real is the Bible, and some of that stuff is important biblical stuff.